Hello and welcome to Trains in Viatic and my live stream. So today it's my advent calendar opened. Also you get to see my lovely face, if you think it's lovely. And then we've got the build from yesterday. So let me press this button here. So you'll remember yesterday, this came without any numbers on it. So I asked my mum to randomly stick numbers on random packs, just to make it a little bit more fun. So the first thing I need to do is to find today's one, which will be for second. So let's see what we've got. Let me just quickly scroll down here on my thing. Yep, that's showing sounds going out. Just to check everyone can hear me. So let's see what I got. I got tons of them in here, and of course it's going to be the last one. So this is today's one. So let me go to that camera, and now to quickly move this out of the way. So that go down there. So we got the Valor kit, which is bag number 2. Let me go and get a pair of scissors and open this kit. So in today's mystery bag, what do we have today? We got milk churns. Very interesting. I must probably be able to find a use for them in the layout at some point. But interesting item. So let's go on to the big advent calendar. So let me press that button again. The first question is, where's door number 2? Door number 2. If anybody spot door number 2 before me, please say in chat. So no. No. What's that one? No. Aha, door number 2, which is just here. Let's see how I get into it. So it's an instruction sheet and a bottle. Ice crystals. Let me go onto that camera. So this is ice crystal liquid, and there's a nice instruction sheet of how to use it. Just to check it got English. Yep, it got English just there. So that will mean I'll read it and leave this for later on in the build. If I put it back in the advent calendar, I'll have a lot less chance of losing it. But we all know I'm going to lose that at some point soon. So let me clear the desk off and go on to the build. So if you remember yesterday, I had this little kit. I have had a quick look at the instructions. So what do we get in the kit? We get instruction sheet with a nice picture of instruction, which make it to look very easy. We then get some lovely brown work. Oh, excuse me. So that go around it, and that also go around it. You then got the actual structure itself. You then got the lovely roof. You got what looked like a floor, interior, side walls, and a shelf. So they also provided me with glue. So what tools will I need for this? I got my straight edge, I got a corner thing, and I got my scalpel set. And I know it go without saying, but make sure to use a nice fresh scalpel whenever you're cutting, and always make sure to cut safely. I have a system in place so I know which scalpels are good, which ones are in bad, and that's how not to handle them. So that goes there, that's going there, and then that go back in there so I can keep it safe, and that go over there. If anybody wants to chat in chat, feel more than welcome. I'll try to respond, as I reckon this will be a bit of a longer stream compared to yesterday. So, and thank everyone for joining me for the stream. So all this stuff have got letters on it. So it's saying first of all G, which is for tinted film, cut out for the windows there and the windows there. So if I take the building out, so just cut these little bits. Cut that and cut that. I'll just quickly change the screen so that you get a better view of what I'm doing. So yeah, I think that's better so you aren't stuck with my face in the way. So that's the first one. I'm really impressed that it's come with the glue that I need and everything. For people who want to find out what time I'm going to do for stream tomorrow, I'm thinking about 7 o'clock tomorrow. So that's when tomorrow's stream will be, and it will be exactly the same as today. No, it won't. It will just be same as yesterday, undoing for 2 event calendars, and then deciding what to do from there. So just taking this out. And then it's saying gloss on there, and there. Is there a right way to these? Doesn't look like it, so I will go and get the glass, which being see-through is hard to find. And I'm going to use my pair of scissors for this. So if I can cut a straight line, that like that. And that should do that one quite nicely. Yep, that covered that nicely. So do the same for the next one. The one problem with using transparent things, you can see through it. So that goes there, and go there like that. So if I cut that like that, and then cut it in half, that's all the windows sorted. So this is the glue that came with it. So take that off, and then just put a little bit there, Oh, it's a white glue. So I'm just going to stick it on two sides. So then it means I shouldn't smudge it all over everything. So I'm being very sparing. And of course I go and get it on the window. Very clever, Richard. So this one I'll just go and put a little splodge either side of the window. I did translate what it said on the pack, and it did say dry clear. So even though I do have a little bit on it, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. If I was sensible, I would actually measure the windows. And now for the last one, just a little bit of glue on there, and then stick that on there. How does that look? That looked good. So that's stage 1 done. So stage 2, oh, I also done stage 2. So stage 3 is putting this on there. Aha. Stage 2 was sticking these on those as well. So I think I'll do these first. Give me a second, just remove my headphones as I don't need them. So I'm just going to trim them on the outside. Trim. Trim. And then trim. So keep the bits I need and then put the bits I don't need in a pile over there. Then it means I know where everything is. So trim the top of that and trim the bottom. And then that will go like that. So that will look quite nice. So go and put a bit of glue there. And a bit of glue there. Get that and stick it on there. So that's all ready to go. So put that over on that side. And then realise I just made a mistake. Who else can spot the mistake I made? Yep, that one I should have glued on this side. If I just take that off and re-glue it on that side. Where did I stick it? There we go, just stick that back on there. And that's that problem resolved. And then go back to sticking these down. So just cut the end off. Cut the end off the other side. Bit more glue. And then stick it on nicely. So we got that there as well. So stick that in my not needed pile. So we got the two side walls, the front, and then the back wall, which need this on it, and just lining them up. If I follow the sides, I should be pretty safe. So just cut around the edge. So with this, you've got to be able to use scissors as well as other tools. I've never been very good on cutting on the lines, but I'm not doing too bad with this. Am I still on screen? Trying to make sure that whatever I do is on camera is always a tricky job. So that goes there like that, and that fit quite nicely. So if I put a nice little smuggering of glue down, so glue down, and then put that on there. So let that to glue nicely. Then read the next bit of the instruction, which say get the base bit, which is that bit there, and then put the frame around it. So that will go in there, and that will go in there, supporting that. So this is the first bit to go in. So I'll just put glue on there, glue on there, and then a bit more glue on there, and then just put that in there. Try not to do what I just did there. Make sure that that's all line up nicely, which it does. Put my 90-degree angle there, and then go on to the next side, which will be put a bit of glue there, bit of glue there, bit of glue there, and then a bit of glue there, which then mean putting that one in. So that starts to look good. So a bit more glue on here. So glue on that side, glue on that side, glue on that bit, and then glue on there. And then that goes on there like so, which then mean I just have this bit left to go. Let me just double check. So I made a mistake. Silly Richard. That bit shouldn't have gone on yet. So that's a mistake. But I don't think it's going to be anything I can't sort out. So if I cut this out, I can then do this in reverse order. So put this in and then put that fascia on. So just cut these bits. I might be better off with a chisel bit scalpel rather than a stand scalpel trying to cut these, as that will make it easier to that would mean I can do a downward action. So it's saying that go through there. So if I glue this on there, then I can glue this in there. So let's start off with sorting this bit out. Bit of glue in there, bit of glue on the bottom of the windows, and then stick that in there. Like so. Trying not to do what I just did there. So if I just lean that like that for a second, I can then go about gluing this. So put a bit of glue on there, bit of glue on there, using a bit too much glue, bit of glue on there, bit of glue on there, bit of glue on there, and then finally bit of glue on there. So hopefully all this should go together quite nicely, like so. Ish. So push that down. So like that almost. So that go in there like so. That go like so. Just push that down, and that's that sorted. So that's getting much closer. So I now need to put the brown bits around, which is for two fronts. Now you got front, you got the back bit, and then you got the front and two sides. Just got to make sure not to get them muddled up again. So let's go on to these. So how is this connected? So this is just connected on the side. So just down like so. Down like so. Down. And down. So that's the first one. I'm going to release this by just cutting that side there. Just to make everything easier to handle. So this is held on again in exactly the same way. So just cut the little connector bits. Cut that one. And cut that one. So that's now ready to go on front. That's not rubbish yet. And see how this one is connected. Again, down there, down there, down there, and down there. So cut there, cut there, cut there, and then cut there. So that one's ready to come out. And then this is the last one, which is a cut there, cut there, cut there, and cut there. So that's those. So I think I'm going to start at the back. That isn't quite in properly. But that will do. I'll start on the front actually. So I think just go and put a bit of glue along the bottom. And then a bit of glue along the top. And then carefully placing that on there like so, which really does make a difference. So let's do the same on this side. So just stick that on there. Same on this side, which will be used to cover up my mistake earlier. The good thing about this hobby is you learn mistakes, and then you learn from them. You make your mistakes, and then you learn from them. And then for the final one, just a little bit of glue along there and along there. And then just put that on the back. So that's looking very nice. Let me do a bit of a zoom in. That's looking really nice. And I'll zoom out again. So, now for the roof, which is this bit here. So 1, 2, 4, 6. So that's whereabouts you bend. Just place it to see how it looks, and that looked good. So I then go and put a bit of glue on there, on there, on there, and on there. Decide how much of an overhang I want. So I think that looked quite nice like that, but I might actually go back a tad. Yeah, that looked quite nice like that. What does everybody think? So I'm on to the last part, which is these, which go there and there. So put that to one side for a second. These are nicely just single cuts, so that will be nice and easy. So that, 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 that one, just double check I got all of them. And make sure not to lose them. That one just needs a final release. So that's saying slopey end in the middle, flat end on the outside. So if I run 4 beads of glue, so just a bit of glue along there, something like that, something like that, something like that, and then something like that. And then let's stick that one on there like so, without it falling upside down or anything like that. Then that one the other side, and then just lightly prod that to line up. Reason I did the back first is it gave me a chance for if I made a mistake, it wouldn't make too much of a difference. So that one goes there, and then that one goes there. And there we go. That's the kit from yesterday made. So I'll put that there and put the glue lid on there. So Let me press that button, and I think it's, nope, that button there. So that's what I made, and that's a really nice little kit from the advent calendar, and then we were given the glue today. Again, I want to say thank you to Gauge Master, who really helped with this project and helped me to make it possible. So thank you, Gauge Master, and thank you to everyone who's been watching. So tomorrow, if I get to model, I must probably build it. If I don't, I won't. Yeah, that's an obvious comment, but it's going to be at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. So join me there. Thank you everybody for joining me for the stream, and I will see you all next time. So press that one. See you all tomorrow at 7. Thank you very much, Richard.